Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to X Marks the Box, an Xbox podcast. My name is Matthew from my good friend Alice. That
Hi.
way. Today is a special episode. We are doing our X Marks the Box Awards. Ta-da! Jazz hands. Everyone get excited. I'm very excited for this. So we're going to just skip over what we've been playing. We both just been playing Pokemon anyway, like the last 2 weeks, so it'd just be the same. I beat the Pokedex.
But I like to first to... Well done. But I like to mention first about, there's something really positive in my end, which you can start up with some personal news. So, I don't know about you, but I've been stuck in the flat for years, and I've been visiting my parents sometimes.
Yeah.
So I go out about within the about a mile radius.
Yeah.
But guess what I did the past weekend?
I don't know. What did you do this past weekend?
I finally get to be in the car and travelled all the way to Bristol for the first time in years. And I then went to Aston Clinton to meet my sister and get to enjoy the vistas with it.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then I just went through the frost and we just missed out on the snow. And then we drove all the way back home, which is about approximately 5.5 hours. And that's excluding times where I visited Cribbs Causeway in Bristol, as well as visiting a couple of the places like services and restaurants. So yeah, I just managed to do that.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That I haven't really done much since COVID. I've not really got out much myself, to be honest. So no, I get that. That's cool. You've done some Christmas activities. I think you sent me a picture. You had a nice Christmas meal out and stuff. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet this year.
Yeah, so I think it's getting a bit Christmassy, but my mum and dad just really wants me to go. And for this idea pops in my head, I just keep thinking all the time. So I visited Cabot Circus in Bristol, and I thought, it would be better if I just visited there instead of staying in my flat, because I couldn't imagine myself being at a flat. So I've sacrificed all that time on the Xbox. I bought my Switch over, but rarely played it. And
Fair.
I got myself in the car and travelled for 3.5 hours over to Bristol, but for just a couple of stops, and then been at Bristol for 1 or 2 days, and then I just went over to Aston Clinton just to meet my sister, meet the children, and as well to visit the pub, and yeah, it's great. But I think it's just really neat because my 2 nephews and a niece are the former two is plays on PlayStation, so they're not into Xbox, but my brother-in-law is used as a powerful PC. According to him, it's just you need £5,000 in order to get a high-end PC.
Ooh, no. I'm not paying that much. My £5,000 PC is only slightly better than the Xbox Series X. I am so proud. It's you can get an extra 20, you can get an extra 2 frames. Well done. No, that's cool though.
Well, actually, he does have two. I think it's a couple of 240 hertz monitors, and it's you see them and as if there's motion blur on them, but it turns out they just don't actually have any motion blur on. And I thought, yeah, it's quite good, and there's cool bits there too. But I think it's just there's some fun stuff for the kids too, especially with my younger nephew. He just notices that, oh, this controller's got enough battery in it because I can feel it's heavier.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair enough. I saw a video. I saw on they've officially released an Xbox controller for kids now, or like a mini version of the Xbox controller. So that'd be kind of cool, like for your nephews or something. I might have to try and get one for my nephews. Like there's a Powerade one. There's like a slightly smaller version of the Xbox controller, so that would be cool for like the younger.
Oh, like Power A. Yeah, it's been around for quite some time already.
What's his name? Major Nelson was on the Xbox official podcast. They showed it off last week, I think. So it looked pretty cool. So yeah, I've got nephews and stuff, but they're all in Australia, so I'm kind of having a bit of a quiet holiday this year. It's just me and my mum and the dog. So, so yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm glad you had a nice time. Obviously, we do have lives outside of the podcast, so obviously that's nice to spread the information, to spread festive joy. Happy holidays to everyone around the world.
Yeah.
If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays, and if you do celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas.
Thanks.
Managed to see the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. That's about the most Christmas thing I've done.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. But I've just also been watching the Jingle All the Way and Home Alone.
Put the cookie down. I love that film. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, glad to hear that.
I am proud to a man. Any excuse to bring my
I
Arnie
just first heard of this.
Care.
I just first heard of this film when people were talking about the film when there's like Xbox 360 ran out of stock and used this picture for the film to explain. Oh, we got to go down to the town and look for the Xbox 360.
I think it's our thumbnail for episode 29 or 28 is Jingle All the Way, if I remember correctly, with Xbox Series S. So. That's a good film. What's your favourite Christmas film? Let us know in the comments below. I mean, that maybe that could be one of our awards when we get to the awards ceremony bit in a minute. But yeah, my favourite Christmas film is Die Hard, and people will argue if it's a Christmas film, but it is a Christmas film, so I'm not. I'm just gonna. People argue, but it is. So, and then Elf is a close second. I love Elf, such a good film.
Oh yeah, speaking of which. I've been to the cinema like twice, and I've seen like Matilda the musical, and also I've seen Spirited, which is on like Apple Plus service, but you can also watch them in the cinema, so that's what I did too.
Is that the one with Ryan Reynolds in it?
Another Christmas movie and Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. I suppose if it is good. I've not seen it though. Yeah, I want to go see that. I want to go see Violent Night. It's got Hop from Stranger Things in it. He's Santa Claus, and it looks like Die Hard. Basically, he's trying to save a family for Christmas, and like he's killing all these mobsters who are trying to break into the vault. It looks like Die Hard, but with Santa Claus. I'm totally down for that. It looks so much fun. It looks awful, but brilliant at the same time. Yeah. So sorry, we've gone off a tangent a little bit here. So should we get on with the news? The news.
Yes.
It's only going to be quick news today because there's not much to get through, really. Xbox did not show up at the Game Awards. We sat for a 2.5 hour show for some Xbox announcements, and they didn't show nothing. We won an award for As Does Falls for inspiration. I can't remember what award it was now. Some innovation in gaming or something. As Does Falls won it. Cool. That's literally the only Xbox thing in the entire show, so it was a bit disappointing. So yeah, we got our own award ceremony that's coming up in a minute, so that should be a bit more Xbox centric. So yeah, nothing really to talk about Game Awards wise. I mean, I'm excited for Armored Core and Hades 2. I don't know if you watched the Game Awards. Did you find anything interesting?
Well. Yeah, the Hades 2, this is interesting, and I think there's like Idris Elba in like Cyberpunk 2027.
Yes.
But I was already away on my trip, and I was like, couldn't catch anything like that because I'm always like close to my family, so fair. I just don't like watch stuff unless I have to pull out my headphones, so I'm just like out of the loop. Yeah.
You didn't really miss much, to be honest. Bill Clinton won Game of the Year. Don't know if you heard that story. Did you see that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, a kid,
Clinton's kid coming over.
some random kid snuck up on the stage in the Game Award, the Game of the Year award, snuck in with the Elden Ring people because Elden Ring actually won Game of the Year, which is woo. Correct choice. And then he snuck on the stage and then said, "I want to thank my rabbi, my converted rabbi, Bill Clinton." I was like, okay, whatever. And he got arrested. So dumb. That was like the highlight of the whole show, though. So stupid. It was the highlight. So not really much there. The FTC is suing Xbox to try and stop the Activision deal. Their case seems pretty awful. They have, like, everyone says that their case doesn't really hold much water. So hopefully it doesn't go through. I mean, hopefully they don't block it. I don't know if you've seen
Well,
that.
actually, the Europe court somehow like went against it and finding some of the points to be dubious.
Yeah, the FTC said that, oh, you told Europe that you would keep all Bethesda games multi-platform, and then they go, no, and then Europe went, they never said that to us. What are you on about? So basically, like, they said, you said this to Europe, and then Europe were like, no, that didn't happen. That, like, what are you on about? Which is hilarious. So they accuse Xbox of being liars, and then they lie about what they said to Europe and themselves. Yeah, and they're saying, like, Xbox and PlayStation are part of this high-end gaming, so Switch doesn't count as a game console, apparently. According to them, the only console that matters is PlayStation and Xbox. And also, if they kept Call of Duty, it could be the end of the world, even though they've offered it for 10 years to them. And then there's another story I've just added in, because that happened today. Apparently, Xbox offered Call of Duty to be on PlayStation Plus as well, which is insane. So why would you not take that deal if you're PlayStation? 10 years and on PlayStation Plus. But PlayStation is still being stubborn and childish. I'm hoping that the deal goes through and then they just go, you know what, you're not having this deal anymore, PlayStation. Fuck off. You're just being childish. You don't deserve our charity, goddammit. So I didn't really want to talk about it too much because it feels like every week we're talking about this story and it's the same thing really. It's just people moaning at each other about Call of Duty and I don't care about Call of Duty. Don't know about you. So, shall we move on to our topic of the show? Ooh.
Well, before we can go on, I just found out that the Christmas deals, you know, the Black Friday where the Xbox Series S is now down to 190 quid?
Yeah.
Right now, you can get it from Curry's for like £200.
Ooh.
So, if I just go check on Amazon.
Series S, people. Buy one. Good system. Oh.
Yeah, this is the same on Amazon, so now you can like get it for £200.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. So do that. I didn't know that. So I haven't really been looking at any deals. I might need to get a new laptop soon because this one feels like it's going to pack in any day now. But we'll see. I am
already got my myself a
freezing.
Mac Mini, so
you
it's
told me that,
freezing in my flat too.
Yeah.
So I just got it working. And quite recently, I got a Gato HDS Plus, which I already used to record some gameplay of Halo. So that's what we're going to do tonight, doing the sound comparison and try to put it on YouTube soon.
Oh, that'd be cool. So by the time you guys are seeing this, it'll probably already be up then in theory because this is going up Thursday at 5 p.m. GMT, which is our scheduled time. Okay, cool. We'll have to have a look at that. And then I'm going to try and break out our Game Awards into separate videos as well, so people can just see what awards they're interested in. And Speaking of which, is there any other news we wanted to discuss apart from that? Should we move on to our Game Awards?
Go ahead.
Woohoo! I'm excited for this. I'm very excited for this. It is time for the first annual XMB Xbox the Box Awards. That's the best sound effects I can come. Don't know why it's the Universal music. Da-da-da-da. So we're doing our first ever XMB Awards. There's no Game of the Year awards in this one. That's been saved for next week. We're doing a big Game of the Year blowout. But we've got 7 awards to give out this week, and there's going to be some good ones. What's going to happen is I'll pitch a game for a certain award as a nominee. Alex will pitch a game as a nominee, and we'll discuss and try and figure out between us which one we want to win the award. I think that's the best way to do it. So we might have a heated discussion here, or we might not. We'll see. So, are you ready to discuss? Are you ready? I'm so cold. Ooh, your lighting's changed. Interesting. And it is time for the XMB Xbox the Box Awards. I don't know how to do Mario tune. I'm just... Oh! It's the first XMB.
You do realise this is an Xbox. Yeah, you do realise this is the Xbox podcast.
Yeah, I realised that. That's why I started doing Halo. Oh, Xbox Awards. I feel like we should get a soundboard or something, because like, I'm my own soundboard. I just make sounds up and see how it goes. Audio listeners must be like, "Whoa, they don't have a soundboard? That's all like coming from his voice." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm like that talented. It's like crazy." Anyway, it's time for our XMB Awards. We have got 7 awards to give out tonight, and they're all a bit random. There's not really like a super yeah. I mean, we already said that because we had technical issues, so I'm not sure how much of it you guys heard already. But we have next week is going to be our Game of the Year discussion, and we're going to do a big whole episode just on Game of the Year. So there's no Game of the Year on here, but there's a load of other little awards, and yeah, you might see what kind of games we like, I guess. So it should be fun. Okay, so up first,
Yes,
is the opener award is probably the best game we haven't played yet award. So this award goes to what video game we haven't played we think should be Game of the Year. I know in your case it should be Elden Ring because you haven't played Elden Ring and that game is amazing. But I've played Elden Ring, so I can't say that. For me, my nominee will be God of War Ragnarok. I guess my nominee for this category. What is your nominee?
Well,
Is yours
and
also...
that's for the games we haven't yet. Yeah, sorry, I was got a bit messed up, but
Sorry.
yeah. So the best game we haven't played yet.
Yes.
Actually, on the subject of Xbox, there is a bunch of games that I have yet to play, and that includes Lego Star Wars, Skywalker Saga, Ghost Hunter, Forza 5, and I think there's a few other ones that I have yet to play. Because I think I was like, oh, I'm interested to play this, like Pentiment and those like that. But I just haven't got round to it. And instead, we got some like more comfort games that we can fall back to, like Grounded. And that one's like really good.
That's very true, yeah. So, which game are you going to put up for this award? What game do you think is the best game you've not played?
Lego Skywalker Saga.
Okay. So I put up God of War, you put up Lego Star Wars. So we got to like kind of make a case for it, I guess. So God of War's won a load of Game of the Year awards. I'm not super into those type of games, to be honest. So I'm quite happy to let you pick Lego Star Wars for this one if you want. But if you want to fight for God of War for me, that'd be fine. I'm getting it for Christmas, so I will play it before the end of the year, hopefully. If I've been good this year, don't get coal in my stocking. So, like any argument for Lego Star Wars? Like what do you think about? Have you heard any good things about it? Or
Well, actually, it's a huge step up from the Lego Star Wars, and it is considerably like it's not so special compared to the originals, where they just speed through the story and it changes a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it's made a huge boost, and it contains all the Star Wars into like one game, and it gives you the first chance to play the latest Star Wars episodes in there. Plus, it's got the DLCs for like you get outfits from like I think it was the Mandalorian and stuff like that.
I think it's just come to Gamepass as well. So if that's a game that I'm actually going to download and play at some point.
What? It did?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, you came to the Game
Yeah, I think
Pass?
it came to Game Pass a couple of days ago.
I'll go check.
Yeah, this week I think it came to Game Pass, or last week. And then obviously, so it's
I'll just go.
the prequels, the original trilogy, and the Disney trilogy as well, right?
Yeah, it's just there's High on Life and there's like Hello Neighbor 2, and that's what's coming.
I'm looking forward to High on Life. I'm looking forward to playing that next week, and yeah, because we've got a Game of the Year discussion next week. I'm hoping that I'm gonna play a couple of these games in our nominees for games we haven't played. So I'm hoping we're gonna try out Pentiment, Somerville, and High on Life, and maybe one of them might break into my top 5. I don't know. You just checking Lego Star Wars.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's actually on there along with Potion Craft and High on Life. Yeah. And yeah, that's really interesting. That reminds me I need to like go check which games are leaving the servers. But yeah.
So the award for probably the best game we haven't played this year, we are going with Lego Star Wars, I believe. I think that's what we've agreed on. Award number 1 goes to Lego Star Wars. Woo! Congratulations! We haven't played you, but you're supposed to be good. Congratulations. Yay. The second award is Game We Played the Most Until 3 a.m. I'm going to nominate Grounded. I'm thinking you might probably be nominating the same thing, I can imagine.
Vampire Survivors.
That was my other option. Yeah, it was like Grounded, Vampire Survivors. One of the two. Which one's it gonna be? We both stayed up till. I think so. Grounded. There was like a 2 or 3 week period where we stayed up till 3 a.m. every night playing that. Grounded. But Vampire Survive, there was 1 week where I stayed up till like 5 or 6 a.m. playing Vampire Survives. So less days, but longer periods. So it's a hard choice. Yeah, Grounded is fantastic.
Yeah,
Vampire
I would
Survive's
say
fantastic. It's hard to choose.
yes. Well, I would have to argue that Vampire Survivors is like a huge indie game, and yet we already said it's something that could be made in the weekend. When it just like came to Game Pass, it's like, yeah, it's really good. Yeah. So we just had a huge blast out of it. The only thing is, it's just like once we squeeze all the juice out of it, it's just no longer like is fun anymore. But when it was announced on doing the Game Awards, where Vampire Survivors is going to be on iOS and Android, I just checked it out on my phone, and quite literally, it just helped me get through the road trip during the way back. So I just got hooked to it on the phone and on a tablet, so it's all great.
I have to do that. Is it on the iPhone? Or is it only on Android?
Yes.
I'll have to download it.
Both.
I'll have to download it. It's my obsession. You've got all the achievements on it as well. I haven't. I need to go back and do that. You've 100%ed it, which is insane.
Yeah.
That's on my.
The only thing is, it doesn't have any support. It doesn't have any support for Xbox achievements, mind you, because you can get this for free, and it doesn't require anything. But there's one caveat with it, is that once you launch it on your phone, it asks you to see whether you want personalized ads or not. And it just pops up whenever you want to get extra gold. But guess what? like where you get this advert in when you're playing the game.
Oh right, what? It just pops up, does it? I d-
It doesn't pop up, but what happens is that if you die during a game,
yeah.
it offers you the button to press the so you can watch the advert in order to get revived in the game.
No, God, I don't like that. Oh God, that's bad. Especially if it's the Grim Reaper who keeps killing you instantly. So how many advert breaks would I have to sit through to stay alive?
Yeah. What's the matter? Did you get bitten in that? What's the matter? Did you get killed by a werewolf? Well, if you watch the advert for Oreo cookies and Krispy Kreme, you can be able to get revived back into life.
That's amazing. I have not played the mobile version of it.
I've seen.
The Xbox version.
I did see the advert for one random. Yeah, I did see a random advert for one game, and there's another random advert for like singles app, dating app, and that's not really relevant because I turned it off.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, fair enough. I would stick to the Xbox version for now, then. But if I ever go on a road trip, it's a good game to have on my phone, I suppose. It's an easy couple of hour killer. Yeah, I love Vampire Survived. I can't really argue too much against that. But we did play a lot of Grounded until 3 o'clock in the morning as well. That game is very addictive as well. Killing spiders, building our base. Going into the trees and finding the tree houses and finding the hedge lab. We haven't finished it though. I need to go back and finish it at some point. I want to go.
Yeah, we should do it Christmas. I hope.
I want to go into the lake. We haven't gone into the lake yet. We managed to do the hedge maze or the hedge lab. There's like giant hedges and stuff. Like oh, that game is so good. I love it. It's so good. Underrated masterpiece, I think. Grounded. Vampire Survives also fantastic. I can't decide. I feel like it's almost like a flip of a coin, this one. Or should we can agree to draw on this be a draw? I don't know. What do you think?
Nah, that's. If it was my choice, it would be Vampire Survivors. But I think a Grounded one, it needs to have more, and then see if it's like getting good. But it could be the next one for next year. Who knows?
Okay, you know, I'm gonna cave again, and I'm gonna give it to you as well. So, the award for game we played the most till 3 a.m. Vampire Survivors. Congratulations. I think that's a worthy winner, and it was my second choice, so I'm not too down about that. I love Grounded as well. I think Grounded maybe we could get it in enough. We'll probably give an award for something else. I'm sure. I'm sure we can figure something else. Okay. Oh, award number 3. Best game we played that didn't come out in 2022. So basically a game that's older than this year. For me, it's between Deathloop and Persona 5 Royal. I think I'm going to say Persona 5 Royal is my nominee for game that I played this year that came out previously. Do you have any nominees for this
And one? I have actually played a bunch of other games too. So I just need to check out the Xbox list because that's where I played mostly on it. Yeah. Because I know on PC and PlayStation I haven't played any. And then it's like, I've played, I don't know, did I play anything on the Switch that much apart from Pokemon? I don't know, because I was saying like...
You bought Xenoblade, you never played it.
I would say Arceus.
Yeah, Arceus, yeah.
Xenoblade came out this year, and Arceus came out this year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of stuff that you played that...
Yeah, so...
For me, it's Persona 5 with a bullet. That game has been so much fun. When I was 3 weeks off work and that was basically the game I played the most. I still haven't finished it. I'm like three dungeons in. But it's just the music, the art style. I cannot wait to play 3 and 4 when they come out next year. It's a really good game, Persona 5, and I'm not usually into those type of games, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not really a JRPG person, but I really enjoyed it, and that's my nominee. Deathloop is up there as well. I really like Deathloop, but I don't know. They're both good games. See what you can come up with.
Be prepared for this, because there's a bunch of games I played that did not release this year, and that includes Contrast. Well, probably you've not heard of it, so it's not much worth it. But I see Dungeons is just like too much randomness, and like got really fed up in the end. But Strider's like really good. I just play again, but I did play some Halo too.
We played a lot of Halo, Bill.
There's but I played a bunch of Lego games. I completed Limbo, and I played Cuphead and House Flipper as well. Even though that House Flipper came out of Gamepass, it's been on PC before, and the same company. And the Cuphead is where it's got the DLC, and I thought, yeah, it's good, but didn't play a lot on it. But alongside the Minecraft, I completed the Power Wash Simulator, and it's like, yeah, it's quite a nice novelty one.
Yeah.
But then I just played Sonic Mania, and then I played the Artful Escape and Procession to Calvary. So, but I also been introduced to Paladins this year, which came out like years ago.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like once you get into it for a few months, it's just no point.
Yeah. So I mean, are you happy to give me Persona 5 Royal for this award, or do you want to argue for something?
Well, I do have nomination actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Drum roll.
I'm gonna nominate Nier Automania Becomers God's Edition.
Oh, nice. I've not played that. I've heard it's really
Nier
good.
Automania.
So, yeah.
Well, it's been on the Game Pass and it's been released like earlier this year, so you know how to like get it. But I just actually like have to like cheese through it, get all the achievements on it. But I would have to say it's like one of those games that has the best story and the best world building, because it just shows all this bleakness and it just makes you like realize what it's really like, when the whole point of it just teaches you like how living beings just like experiences like the essence of humanity, and how it just goes into this whole narrative. And I think it just really works, and I just really enjoy it.
I like
it's one of those platinum games they made, but it is definitely like really, it's just really, really great to experience. And it would be nice if I would have another opportunity to play it again, because it's off Game Pass now. So I just had to rush to get all the achievements on it.
I'll have to try and buy that myself. I like the way we both went for weeb games. The weeb stuff. We like our Japanese.
Well, it's not exactly anime, but
oh, mine
it's not exactly. It's not exactly. It's not exactly Japanese anime.
No.
But it's just like, I think it goes from the more something that takes the inspiration from like medieval stuff, or even like a more grungy and stuff like that. So it's just more like contemporary Japanese style.
I have heard it's good though, Nier Automata. I've heard really good stuff about it, but I've not played it, so I can't really judge. I've heard good stuff though. I've heard it's a brilliant game. I've also heard Persona's a brilliant game, and it is. Have you played Persona? It's really good. You should try it. I just realised I'm one of those people.
I have not played that.
I used to hate those people. People who always used to go to me like, "You should play Persona 5." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not gonna play it." And then they keep asking me, and eventually I played it. And now I'm one of those people. You should play it. It's really good. I swear.
Well, I only played a bit of Persona 4, but I haven't played Persona 5, so this could have been the nomination for the first award too, because I haven't actually brought up Persona 5.
Yeah.
That's because it's just like I've got too many games to worry about.
That's fair. I mean, it's one of those games. I haven't finished it. That's the only thing I can say about it, is I've not got the most out of it. I want to go back to it and play some more. I'm not. I don't know what to say about this one, because I haven't played the Automata, but we could. Do you want to do a tie on this one, or you, or Do you want to? It's up to you.
You just pick one. Pick one.
I want to pick Persona personally. if that's all right with you, I don't want to.
So, are you going to present the awards?
All right. Yeah, if that's yeah. So
Yeah,
the winner of best game we played that didn't come out in 2022 is Persona 5 Royal. Yay! Nier Automata came a close second, and I will play that at some point. And there'll probably be another awards next year for a game that didn't come out in 2023. Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4 is our underrated game of the year. I was gonna say Vampire Survives, but that's already won one, so maybe not. Maybe I'll go with Grounded for this one. I was gonna say Vampire Survivors.
Well, that's an interesting one. Yeah, it definitely feels like it, to be honest, but I don't know, because there's some really good contenders there.
Yeah.
Like, you could say it's like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet,
That's
but
true.
then that's not on Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to have
Because
Xbox
that
games
really
on this.
is
I know we're an
deserves.
Xbox. Yeah, I think it's a great game, Scarlet and Violet, but
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, we don't. I suppose we don't have to be Xbox games. Probably should be, but it doesn't have
Let's
to be.
just go. Right, we could put this as a third choice, but in terms of Xbox, there's definitely a bunch of like other Xbox games that are like underweighted, and this
that's
can
cool,
include
Xbox,
third-party games.
Yeah.
So I was going to say like Sonic Frontiers, but then I haven't played it and I'm still not interested in it. So it's a bit of an invalid argument.
I haven't either. So there's a bit of a meme game at this point. Apparently, like in the Game Awards, it was the People's Voice Awards, and Genshin Impact won it. And Jeff Keighley goes, "Once we removed all the bot votes from Sonic Frontiers," so apparently a load of people botted Sonic Frontiers to be the winner of the award. People were pissed. Not playing Sonic Frontiers. Yeah, so for me, we can't say Vampire Survives underrated. We've just given it an award, can we? Really? I guess Grounded. I guess. And for me, I think that game is fantastic, and it doesn't get the credit it deserves. I think it's better than anything that's come out exclusively on PlayStation this year, apart from maybe God of War, which I haven't played yet. But I would play that over Horizon. I've got Horizon, and I've played Grounded over it. Like I have both. We were both obsessed with it for a couple of weeks when we had some time off. When I had some time off work, I played a lot of Grounded, and I love that. I love just throwing spears at spiders and stabbing them with our like spider knife and stuff. It's such a good game. I don't know. I think Grounded is my nominee. Would you have anything you would like to nominate for this one?
I would like to nominate the Power Wash Simulator.
Ooh, that's a good one. I've not played it, but I've heard very good things. Why don't you tell us about why you think...
It
Go on, sorry.
It's because that it has been heard a lot. It's been popular with Markiplier, who actually plays this game, and it's been on the early access for like PC gamers. But when it came out on Xbox, I was like leapt to that opportunity to play it, and it was really fun. It's just like it was really good to wash everything. It's a bit like gets really annoying in some areas, but then it just gets really good. And yeah, it hasn't been given enough love as an actual game. So I would say nominate that, because I think if you think about it, especially the co-op, it's just like makes it so good. But if it had no issues with like matchmaking, for instance, then it could have been a really good co-op game. But as it stands, it just remains to be a very good game.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard really good things. I can't really judge, but I've heard really good things about it. Everyone says it's kind of got the same kind of feel as Vampire Survives. Everyone just like looks at it and goes, "Oh, what the hell's that rubbish?" And then apparently they play it and it's like, "Ooh, I really like this." That's literally what I've heard about everyone. Is like they judge it from what it looks like, and what it looks like is not that impressive. But when they actually play it, they really like it. It sounds very similar to Vampire Survivor in that way. yeah, was Power Wash Simulator or Grounded. That's a hard choice. I like both those. I think both of those games are great. I don't know.
I would say I think you are the panel on this, so you just have to make a decision. So I don't mind.
I like us discussing it a bit though. Yeah, I like Power Wash Simulator, but I think I'm gonna go with Grounded. I think because I haven't. I like the sound of Power Wash Simulator, but I haven't played it, so I can't really say. If you're alright with me saying that Grounded is our underrated game of the year, because I think it is underrated, quite significantly.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think it just deserves more awards than like anything else. But then, so I think I would say underrated.
It might win another award later though, so then Power Wash should have won this one. Preempted myself. No, we'll go with Grounded. The most underrated game of 2022 is Grounded. Woo! Congratulations, Grounded. We really like you. I think we think you're an awesome game, and I really like it. Okay. So we've already gone through 4 awards. We're going quite quickly through this. That's interesting. Okay, our 5th award is the best game we played that's not on Xbox. Pokemon Scarlet / Violet. That's my nominee for that one. Or Arceus, I don't know.
I was going to say that, but I think the thing is, there's some other good contenders. Like I know there's like people expecting us to pick God of War, and there's like Horizon. And I'm like, what do you take us for? Like, PlayStation, us kneeling down to the PlayStation lords.
PlayStation sucks. Boo! PlayStation sucks. Well, I'm holding up my PS5 controller. Boo! PlayStation. Spoilers
Just
for next
throw
week,
like a boomerang.
I mean, spoilers for like next week's game of the year discussion. I doubt the Elden Ring or God of War is going to win game of the year for us in our panel, because you haven't played either of them and I haven't played God of War, so. So we were going to be the only outlet that's not giving a game of the year to God of War or Elden Ring, I think. Which I'm cool with. It makes it a bit unique. But yeah, I'm not going to... No, I think the best game I've played that's not on the Xbox is Pokemon. I think Arceus was fantastic as well, so it's hard to choose, but for me it's...
well, I was going to have to say that you have to bear in mind there's Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and it's been more well received.
Sorry, you cut off there. What did you say?
Yeah. I would say that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is more well received. And I think it's...
Oh, for sure.
I don't think this might be a better contender, but if it's going to be a Pokemon... I would say the Pokemon Arceus, because I started playing it a bit and it came out this year. Yeah. And I think it's actually much nicer because you wouldn't have to deal with so many glitches with it.
Okay. Alright. I like both. I can't decide. I put a poll up on Twitter saying which one's better, Scarlet, Violet or Arceus, and I couldn't choose. And I really don't know. I think my heart's... I like both of them a lot, so I've filled the Pokedex on both games. I completed 100% on both. Okay, I'll go with Arceus. We'll just go with Arceus, is it?
Well, I to be honest, I was going to play more of Arceus, but because I've been through the trip and then trying to bloody relax because I keep getting things to do, I keep going back to Pokemon Violet to play... get to do more raids and try to look for shinies, and you'll be surprised, like, even if they got rid of the visual and sound cues, you can still find shinies in the game easily enough. Because I recently got, like, an evolved grasshopper Pokemon. I got a tentacle fakes, and even those things, so it was just like, wow, it's so easy to get shinies in the game.
Is the only thing about the shinies on there is because you said there's no queue or anything. If their shinies look similar, there's some Pokemon that have like the same look very similar. There's like literally the most minute difference. You can't tell them apart. But apart from that, yeah.
No.
I got Scarlet and Violet. I've 100% in Violet, and I've just beat all the gyms on Scarlet, and I've beaten all the Titans, and I've got 1 or 2 Team Star bases to beat, and then I'm going to be going into the post game then. So that game is so much fun. Oh, I love them. And then obviously Legend of Zelda, what? Legends Arceus. Slip of the tongue that was. Legends Arceus is fantastic. I think, yeah, alright, if you want to go with Legends Arceus, I'll let you decide. I'll just say Pokemon is my nominee. Which one, you can decide which Pokemon game we put into this award. It's up to you. I'll let you choose. Which one?
Oh, me?
Yeah, which Pokemon game were we going to put in?
Just stick with Pokemon Arceus.
Arceus? Okay. The winner
Just
of...
put Arceus. Yeah.
Okay. The winner of best game we played that was not on Xbox is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Congratulations. Whee! You're not as buggy as Scarlet and Violet, so you get the award. That's the only reason. Okay.
Actually, I think the much better sound effect for this one is something else than like Xbox. So
you get a sound effect up.
Let's see.
We need to get a soundboard for this.
Yep.
Can't hear anything.
Oh, I think you might notice though.
I couldn't hear it. Whatever it was.
Well, let's see if it works.
I can hear it. I heard something briefly. that whistle sound from like the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Pokemon Legends Arceus, the greatest game that is not on Xbox. And if you have a Switch, you should play it because it's fun, totally fun. Are we ready for award number 6 of 7? The last but one, the penultimate.
You mean Roku?
Sorry? Yeah?
Yeah. The Loco?
Yeah. Here we go. Number 6 is our Gamepass Game of the Year. There's a lot of choice for this one. This is a big one. Best game that came out on Game Pass. We could say Grounded again. We could say Vampire Survives again. We could say Persona 5 again. We could say Deathloop. You seem to have frozen. Are you still there? Sorry guys, we've had some technical difficulties during the awards ceremony. We haven't got anyone coming on the stage saying they want to thank Bill Clinton or anything, but we've still got some issues.
It's not like my mum didn't ring this time, so we're safe. But the laptop decided to come in and say like, Macs are better. Windows is garbage.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it said, yeah. So I'd like to thank Bill Clinton for this award. So we were on to our Game Pass Game of the Year, which is probably the biggest award that we're going to give out this week, probably. There's so much good choice for this one, because Game Pass is bloody awesome, and if you haven't got Game Pass, you should get it. And if you like Xbox, you have an Xbox, you don't have Game Pass, what are you doing with your life? I don't understand. It's an amazing service. So, Persona 5 Royal, Deathloop, Somerville, Pentiment, Grounded, Vampire Survivors. There's so many choices for this one. I don't really know where to go with this. Power Wash Simulator, Proteus, so many choices. Plague Tale Requiem, I almost forgot that again. I forgot that in my Game of the Year discussions before. Oh, I don't know where to start. I'm really tempted to give it to Vampire Survivors again. I'm not even going to lie, because that game is so much fun.
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
think?
well, I think there's plenty of choice really, but I think the really huge ones are actually Plague Tale, and if I bring up what I've played in the past, because I think I played a bunch of games from the previous years.
Yeah,
But Grounded is another good game that's unrated, which is also really, really good.
yeah, definitely.
And 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 there's Teenage Mutant Ninja
I
Turtles:
forgot about
Shredder's
that.
Revenge. We should
So
like
good.
play more of it.
I forgot about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's such a good game. Oh god, that's such a good year for Game Pass. People slag Game Pass off because there was no big like exclusive AAA game, but there was so many good games on there. Tunic, that's another one.
Yes, Tunic is a very good one actually,
Yeah,
and it's been quickly forgotten to be honest.
shame, poor Tunic. It's a good game. Um, I don't know what to nominate for this one. I like a lot of games that are on Game Pass, and I played a lot of Game Pass this year. Um,
Well, that's the thing because there's already like a bunch of games that are on. There isn't a lot of games that comes out for Xbox this late part of the year,
Yeah.
and it seems to give way for like Switch and PlayStation games, whereas everything's delayed into like next year. So annoyingly enough,
Yeah, I mean, we got the award for our what games we're looking forward to next year as well. There's a load of stuff coming out next year, but I'm just bringing up my list from my gamer app. So let's have a look. Grounded, Vampire Survives, Deathloop, As Dust Falls, Tunic, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredders, The Record Blade Point, Metal Hellsinger, Crusader Kings 3, Corvus, You Suck at Parking, Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig should win it. Nobody Saves the World, A Memoir Blue, Rainbow Six Extraction, and Plague Tale Requiem. There's so many. There's like all the games I've played on Game Pass this year. They're all fantastic.
I just feel that.
I don't want to break it so hard.
Bear in mind that there's Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga that came out on Game Pass, so that qualifies too.
And some of all
But
our
I think
pediments.
but I think it's just there's a couple of titles which are worthy of this award. Is there's Tunic, which I found to be a very nice and simple game, and I certainly enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
It's just like the closest you ever get to Legend of Zelda. That's on any system now because you now get it on like PlayStation and Switch.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's like a Plague Tale Requiem which comes out on PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think it's actually really, really good.
I was about to say I think that's going to be my nomination because we've already given Grounded and Vampire Survives awards. I think my third place would be would be Plague Tale Requiem. I think that's going to be my nomination for this. Plague Tale Requiem is a fantastic game. It's like The Last of Us, but with actually good writing and good characters. Burn! I hate The Last of Us Part 2. I love Part 1, but Part 2 was awful. But yeah, I will go Plague Tale Requiem for this one, I think. Are you down for that one, or do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we in agreement for that one, are we?
Yep.
Okay. So
Definitely.
the award for Game Pass Game of the Year is Plague Tale Requiem. Congratulations. Many rats were not killed in the making of that game. And now it is time for our final award of the evening. Most anticipated or most wanted game of 2023. Ooh. Are we sticking with the only Xbox thing? That's the question.
Well, there's a lot of games to look forward to, like Forza Motorsport 8, there's Starfield,
Yep.
and there's also Halo Infinite Season 3.
There's Redfall. There's also Minecraft Legends as well. I honestly, if you're asking me to be 100% honest, the game I'm most looking forward to is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, because Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild was my game of the decade, and it's a sequel to that. But if we go purely Xbox, I'm going to say Starfield. So,
Actually, I'm gonna have to say Starfield too, because I think this will blow my socks up, just like how I got really addicted to Skyrim in the year before. So I would say, yeah, I think Starfield will be totally exciting, and
so
it's
excited.
definitely going to be worth a wait. Yeah.
That was quick. That was a quick decision. I think that's the award sorted. Starfield's going to be my nominee as well. As I said, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom is probably the game I'm most looking forward to. But if we're going purely on Xbox, Starfield is the one, and it looks so good. It's so silly, but listening to that podcast with Todd Howard, where he was saying about you could just be stood on a planet and watch the sunset, and you'll be the only person on that planet, and it's all desolate. For some reason, I'm like, that sounds so cool. I want to do that. I don't know why I want to do that, but I want to do that. And it's like I'm a if you say pick fantasy or sci-fi, with me it's always sci-fi. I'm more of a Star Wars guy than a Lord of the Rings guy. So the fact that we're going to get Elder Scrolls but in space, that's like, come on, that's amazing. Yes.
You know, it just got me thinking, like, do you think you're going to end up exploring all the planets until you find a planet that you're only resident in, just you, so you can, like, jerk off or post lewds without being noticed by everyone?
Whoa, that escalated quickly, Jesus. No. I prefer my way of putting it. I'm going to find a planet where I can watch the sunset instead of lewds and... What was that about? Jesus. Oh, God. No, but yeah, it looks really good. They haven't said anything about aliens or anything yet. Like, they said there's robots and stuff, but there's no signs of aliens yet, which is interesting. 1,000 Planets. Really intrigued by it. I hope it doesn't suck. That's basically it. If it sucks, I'm going to be really upset, because I'm really looking forward to this game. Honestly, I've got a list on my phone of games coming out next year, and it is insane. 2023 looks like it might be the best year in gaming history. I mean, I have a PS5 just for Spider-Man 2 as well. So Spider-Man 2, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield, Redfall, Forza, Minecraft, Diablo 4. What else is there? Resident Evil 4, Dead Space Remake, Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8. Oh my god, there's just so many games coming out next year. Replaced, Stalker 2, Atomic Heart, Wulong Fallen Dynasty, Monster Hunter Rise. My god, I could just keep going for days and days and days. But we are in agreement. We're in agreement on this one, yeah? The most anticipated game of 2023 is Starfield! To the shock of no one, probably, because that's pretty obvious. That is the game, isn't it? I'm excited for it, though. Oh. Yeah, because you 100% in Skyrim, didn't you? I never got around to doing that, and I've always wanted to. I'm jealous that you've got that 1,000 gamer score on that. I need to get that. One day, I'll get that gamer score. I love Skyrim. It's such a good game. It's like the only game I think I've bought like 4 or 5 times. I've got Skyrim on 360, Xbox One, Switch, Steam, and on Series X.
I got Skyrim on PC and then on Xbox for Gamepass.
Oh, Gamepass, yeah, that's the. I have it on Switch as well, which is like, I can play it while I'm on the toilet, which is, or on my private planet, I can play Skyrim. No one disturbs me. That's going to be the first mod, isn't it? You can play Skyrim in Starfield. That's going to be like the first mod someone's going to make.
That would be sick. That would be absolutely sick.
So that is our Game of the Year. Our Xbox The Box Awards, I believe.
So, want to hear my bonus reward that I'm going to throw in there?
Yeah,
Just
go
like
ahead.
the Clinton Kids thing.
Yeah.
Now,
not?
I'm going to use my powers of my imagination and come up with a special reward that is like totally out of nowhere and is given to the game that has not been mentioned anywhere in this whole awards ceremony.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to come up with a reward of the game that is the most forgotten game of the year.
Ooh, okay, this is a fun game. Am I going to try and guess? The most forgotten game of the
Do
year.
it.
Is it good? Is it a good game?
Bit.
It's a bit good, okay. What game? I don't know. Should I do 20 questions? Should I ask you questions about it, or do you want to give me some hints? Or
Go on.
so Xbox game,
Multi-platform.
multi-platform. Was it on Game Pass?
No.
No. Okay. Do 20 questions all of a sudden. Okay, not on Game Pass. Came out this year. Multi-platform. We've mentioned Tunic already, and it's not been mentioned at all during this episode.
Nope.
Okay. Let me have a look at my phone, see if I can. See.
That's cheating.
I'm not cheating. I'm just looking at the games that I haven't played this year. All right, I won't look at my phone. I'll put my phone away. Not on Game Pass. Multi-platform. Came out this year. It hasn't been mentioned. So it's not Sonic. Not. Came out this year. Dying Light 2. That
Nope.
game's good.
Still known. You still get it in the sale.
Ooh. Well, Cyberpunk came out last year, so it's not Cyberpunk.
No. And it's been well known, actually.
Getting a sale. Is it on the Switch as well?
Yes.
So it's multi-platform. It's on the Switch, on Xbox, and on PlayStation. This has really gone off the tangent. The episode. The episode. I don't know. Can you give me a clue? Like give me a ballpark clue, something that can narrow it down a bit.
It plays like Psycho Fox on the Master System.
No idea what that game is. What's Psycho? I've never heard of it. What do you mean? What the hell's Psycho?
Go look it up on you. Go look it up on YouTube.
Okay.
Jeez.
Psycho Fox. What the hell is Psycho Fox? I think I remember you mentioning this before, so that I should remember because of that. But I remember you talking about Psycho Fox before, and I can't remember what it was, what game it was similar to. Is it like?
Well, you just forgotten it. That's the problem.
Is it a Ruby game?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know any of the Ruby game, like the Ruby game, whatever it's called, as if Arrowfall or something, or.
Oh, yeah. So that's right. So I'm just giving this award for this year's most forgotten game to Ruby Arrowfell.
That's it, Arrowfall. Oh yeah, well I would never have got that. I'm not a Ruby fan, so I haven't got a clue. Also for
Well, I would explain about this choice is that this game has been anticipated in the Ruby fandom.
Yeah.
It's been expected to come out, and it was said to be coming out this fall, but it's only been mentioned in RTX before it only has 1 month before it released in November, and it was only by the last minute it's been mentioned that it will come out this November.
fair enough.
When it came out, it was teased to be a Metroidvania, but it was basically a no-frills platformer based on the franchise that only lasted for 6 hours, and there's like very little marketing. It wasn't well known,
Yeah.
and you only like get it for like 25 quid, but few people played it, and they seem to feel like it's like not really that great.
That's a
It's a shame because it's a very forward game, but it's very similar to one of the Shantae games, which is Shantae Half. Is it the Half Genie or some sort?
I have no idea. I've never played any Shantae games. I'll take your word for it, though.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's our Game of the Year. XMB Awards, Xbox the Box Awards. I think that's everything. Let's try any other awards. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Our Game of the Year. We're gonna have our Game of the Year discussion next week, and as I said earlier, you might be intrigued to watch it because we're probably going to give a Game of the Year award to a game that's not God of War or Elden Ring, which seemed to win every Game of the Year award this year. My dog's decided to stand up and ruin my microphone. Sit down. I think we better end the episode before my computer, because I've just frozen now because she's done something. Thanks for that. So I think my camera's gone off. Brilliant. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Wow.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed our award ceremony. Let us know what you think. What you thought should have won each award in the comments below. And until next time, too sweet. There it is, guys. Bye.
Meow.
That's
Bye.
right. Meow, that's right. Thank you for listening to the X Marks the Box podcast. Follow us at X Marks Box on Twitter or X Marks the Box on YouTube. And follow us on all audio podcast services. Thanks for listening.